Department of Education would be on a list that I'd consider. I think that education, I'm against Common Core, by the way. I think it's a federal, maybe even above a federal type of program. I want teachers to teach and not have this overburdensome thing either from the state or the federal government telling them how to teach. The interesting thing is New York, Kentucky, Florida, and I think a number of other states have opted out. And even teachers' unions in Chicago and in New York have said their opposition against Common Core. So I would want to make the Department of Education, if it's not eliminated, let's have issues come up from the local community to see what's working well. I don't think there's too many blanket things you can do in the state to say this applies in Sandwich and it does in North Adams and it does in Greenfield and it does in Belmont or wherever it might be. But I would get rid of all unfunded mandates from the Department of Education, maybe pare it down a bit, and not be overburdensome. Again, my wife works for the Worcester Public Schools. Just last year, they went through this enormous new review process. Everybody gets reviewed. They had to go through training for it, and how to fill out the forms, and how to fill out your goals, and so forth and so on. And I was laughing at her because I said, you're a member of the union. I said, this review process, unlike a private business, right? What kind of raise are you going to get? What kind of bonus might you get? I said, this doesn't apply to you because you're a member of the union. The union negotiates with local cities and towns. You're going to get your 2 or 3 or 4% raise across the board. The only thing that this review can be used for is to fire you. It wasn't the existing one that was in place good enough for that. But I think it ties somewhat into this new park testing and Common Core. And again, I'm against Common Core, and I'm against the state imposing things. I think education is done best at the local level, with teachers in the classroom, in the school committees, in the local community, and that I'm not opposed to the state, getting involved at some level, but to restrict it. And I think it's best teachers know best their students in the class, in their communities, and the state should be very leery of stepping in there.